of building wealth. The Money Playbook. We are continuing on with our daily series. I will tell y'all what, right now, this is working on me more than y'all realize. This just getting up every single day and making sure that I record. It's like the biggest challenge or consistency thing that I need for the day. Because some days you just don't feel like it. Some days you just don't feel like it. And sometimes 2, 3 days pass in a row, you don't feel like it. 3, 4, 5 days, sometimes a week pass by and you don't feel like it. But guess what? You do in spite of that feelings. Because feelings are fleeting. They come and they go. They're here one moment. You can be sad in one moment and the next moment somebody make you laugh. Those are just feelings. At the end of the day, what needs to be done? What is the commitment that you made to yourself every single day towards the goal and the desire that you have? And that's part of this for here for me today. You know, the goal I've already stated was to go live. I don't even remember the day we started. I just know that it had to be at least a week ago, but we said we're gonna go live every single day, at least once, for 15 minutes minimum until the end of the year. And that's where we're at right now. We are in the first day of December. Woohoo! We are on the first day of December, and we have 30 days left. This is day 31. There's 31 days, so 30 more days until we complete our challenge. And it's just a consistency that we're building amongst ourselves. It's not even for anybody else. It isn't even about, you know, I wouldn't even say it's not about the channel or anything. It's just about you figuring out for yourself, can you stick to your own word? And I say, you know, where to start in this segment. In this segment, we're going to talk about where to start when it comes down to your investment. And I would say the very first thing and where to start is commitment to yourself. Commitment to yourself. Commitment to yourself. You know, don't betray your own words. Don't use your words against you. Always try to be a person of your own word and achieve the things that you said based on the words that you speak out of your mouth. Because if you can't commit to your own words, to what you're saying every single day, or what you commit to, say, I'm going to stick to this for 30 days. You're only lying to yourself. The only person that suffers is your own the internal thoughts, the internal person that you deal with. That's the only person that suffers. That's the person you got to deal with, the person that you look at in the mirror, yourself. The battle that you have every single day is going to be between you and the person and the soul and the mind and the consciousness that you have, because that's the only person that you can answer to. Your God, your consciousness inside of you is the only answer that you will answer to for when you don't stick to the words you said that you're going to do. It's only the person that can condemn us the most is ourselves. No one can condemn us more than our own mindset, our own thoughts. Dang, man, I supposed to have done this and I ain't did it, and I fell off the wagon. And that is okay. If you mess up, if you falter one day, because no one said you have to be perfect, but it's really about when that does happen, what you do afterwards. Do you continue? When you feel tired, do you continue? If I miss a day, do I say, you know what, I missed a day and let that lead to 2? Or I say, you know what, since I missed a day, let me go an extra 30 to, you know, take it up another level for breaking my word or challenging myself. Since I wasn't able to complete that challenge, can I do this challenge and then more? That's just the way my mind works and how I think about things, how I try to just continuously put the pressure on life, on myself to get better every day. That's just who I am, you know. I just try to always commit to getting better as a person, you know. And I believe that's the first thing you have to do when it comes to building wealth is you have to learn how to, or you have to work on keeping your own word to yourself. Your wealth journey, just like your pro journey, is a self-fulfilling journey only you can go through. Nobody can play the games for you. Nobody can deal with the coaches, deal with the travel, deal with the saving and investing the money. Nobody can walk this walk for you. You have to make the decisions. You have to invest the money. You have to be disciplined. You have to manage your money. You have to do these things. No one else can do it for you. So whatever you commit to yourself and say that what you want, it's up to you to stick to it. It's up to you to not falter. Will you falter and will you not do it every single time? Yes, that is okay. That's just, it's not set up, or I can't speak on nobody else, but for me, it was not set up for me. I say, okay, I'm going to start investing and now my life is going to change. Yay. Yes and no, because when I started, I saved up some money and guess what? Life hit me across the head. I had to sell my most prized possession of any assets that I had, other than, I guess I could call my car, but any assets I had was my stocks. That's the only real valuable, tangible thing that I had that I could say it's a real assets that I can sell at a profit and use to grow and enhance and build my financial house. And I had probably about $4,000 invested, and I had to sell at least $2,500 of it. So I was back down to $1,500. Or I sold $1,500 and I was down to like $2,500 because I was trying so hard not to sell any of it. I was trying to sell as less as I can so I can save as much, like cover as much as I can, so I don't dip too much into it. And I just remember, where I was at. I had to get my car. I had to get something with my car. I have an old car, 2009 Ford Fusion. Always have something that needs to be fixed up all the time. But that's okay, because I'd rather fix up an old car that can last me a little bit longer because I play basketball overseas and don't worry about car payments and all this. Just a quick tune up each year and I'm riding, because I'm only at home for 2-3 months out the year. 2 months I was home for 3 months max this summer, July, August, yep, 3 months max. And then I'm gone for the rest of for another 9 months. So it's like, what's the point of really having a car and spending on a car note for 9 months out of the year when I only use it? Like, I'm not into that stage where I got to stunt. Now, the car that I do want, Jaguar F-Pace SVR. Jaguar F-Pace SVR. 2000. Right now we're in 2025. I think the last one I looked at, that was the one was like 2024, or I think it was the 2024 version. Now I do want this car, and I will get this car. That is my car. That nothing too extravagant, but it is nice. I think the last time I looked at it, a brand new one was like 100,000, 100K. But I'm not gonna spend 100K on that right now. That's gonna be something that I work towards and get. Once I have over $1 million. That's when I'll get $100,000 car, because it doesn't make sense to get $100,000 car. You ain't even got over $100,000 in your investment account. Don't make sense to me. I don't care about the being cool and look what car I drive person, because it don't really matter, because of the person who you are, who I am. It doesn't take away from my coolness. It doesn't take away from who I am, for what I'm building, for what I'm trying to do. Sacrificing what other people might see you as to try to get to where you're trying to be. Because, like I said, who cares? Who the hell cares? People are going to be drawn or repelled to you by your spirit and your soul, who you are inside. It doesn't matter. They're going to feel your drive. They're going to feel your hunger. They're going to feel just that intensity of desire that you have, that you're trying to accomplish something. And that's how I've gotten far in my life, is because people have just seen how bad I want something, and they do what they can to help. When I had my surgery and I had nerve damage in my knee and I couldn't get the therapy that I needed, I had to drive 2 hours there, 2 hours back home, just to go to work and I could only go on the weekends because I didn't have that much time and that was the only time I could get multiple sessions in. And I did that too. This therapy was going to help me get my knees back strong enough. It actually get my knees strong enough to train so I can strengthen it up so I don't have these issues. Now my legs are so much stronger that yes, like when you overwork them, I still get little aches in my knees and stuff like that. But it's not not nearly as bad as it was when I had this injury with my after my surgery. Even before, it was just devastating before. But now, you know, I've come such a long way, and I'm so grateful and thankful of God. One, for the people who helped me along the way, like the woman who worked at the clinic. Y'all go check her out. She's in Sanford. It's called Injury Health Center. Her name is Mel B. She uses acoustic wave therapy. Sanford, Florida, right outside of Orlando. Injury Health Center. Mel B. MEL_B on Instagram. Find her. She'll take care of you. Tell her I sent you. Tell her I sent you. One more time. Injury Health Center in Sanford, Florida, right outside of Orlando, exit 98, right outside of Orlando. Mel B. Mel B. Just hit her up. Hit her up, go see her, she'll save you. I tell every guy, all the hoopers, if you're in Florida, you got to start investing in your body, start going and like doing these type of therapies. And at the time, I didn't have the money for the therapy. I didn't have the money, but she saw, like this dude come 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes sometimes just to get this therapy. Every single weekend, I just find a way. People who live 30 minutes away wouldn't even come and get the therapy. I'm driving 2 hours every single weekend for years. I think I've been going there since the start of COVID. After COVID, when COVID hit 2019, 2020. 2020 was the first time I went. It's been 5 years I've been going to her religiously. In those first 2 years, she's helped me out dramatically because, especially in the first year, when I couldn't, if it wasn't for her and that machine and the help from that, I wouldn't even be able to play because my knee I would have never got it strong enough. The machine breaks down the cartilage and gives you it breaks down all that cartilage in your knee that allows you to be able to move and strengthen the legs and the knees so you can be able to train. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been playing today. I would not have been playing today. It would have been over with for me, you know? And it's all because she saw how dedicated I was to what I was doing. Stay dedicated to your own words. Stay dedicated. People gravitate towards people who can keep their own words to themselves. People gravitate towards people who can keep their own words to themselves. Period. It's something about a person who say they're going to do exactly what they say they're going to do. Other people look at that in admiration because they know how many times they broke their word. How many times they don't stick to what they say they're going to do. You know, and a part of this, that's why the first thing, you know, it could have been starting this and doing, yes, we can get into all that, like what you need to download, whether it's Robinhood, whether it's Fidelity. I have both of those. I use both of those to get started. But I would honestly say the first thing to get started in your investment journey is being able to understand that you must be a person of your word. You must first develop how can you stick to your word. Say you're going to do something for 30 days and do that. Because I was just talking to one of my teammates and it's our payday today. Well, technically, it's our payday today. And he was writing down what he needs to do to manage and budget his money and trying to figure out where all of his money went. Because he was like, man, I'm trying to figure out where all this money went. And I was like, I already know where mines go. All mines go on ordering food. That's what 90% of my money, Ubers and ordering food. Uber when I have to go somewhere in the gas station. That's where all my money go. It doesn't go towards anything else. Food and Ubers. Because the food out here is it's like I've said a billion times, it's super expensive. And I'm not gonna cook every single day. I'd rather have somebody cook for me, so it's just simpler. I don't eat as much throughout the day. Like today, I ate one time, but it's a one huge meal. It was like a shawarma and 10 wings. I ate that like around 4 or 5, and then I'm snacking on some fruit the rest of the day. I'm snacking on some, peanuts. And if I get really hungry, I'll order some more food because I'm too hungry. And that's just the way it is, because it's just simpler for me to do that than to go and try to cook every single day in this co-living situation. I'm not doing that. I'm not cooking in this co-living. I don't want to be down there with all those people cooking and doing all that stuff when I'm around. I'm not trying to do that. I'd rather go order my food and it comes right, and then it's simpler that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Germany is a respectable market, but that's just not my market. I'm 12 years in. I done been inside of South America for about 10 years. I done been to China, and I have a strategic plan for everything that I do, and South America breeds a lot of opportunity for me. So it's like it's so much easier to just play year round, year round. I can leave here, go to another country and play, and then go to another one. And I'm just being strategic and just trying to build up as much money and invest as much money into my properties and as much money into my stocks and into my investments. So when I'm done, I can be rich and I can show everybody else how they can do the exact same thing, or as I'm doing now, showing how you can build your money up. I really don't even care too much. Oh, EuroLeague, this or that. Unless whoever has the biggest bag at this point. Good situation, biggest bag. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to Iraq or nothing crazy. But whoever has the biggest bag for the longest amount of time on a good contract, sign me up. I've won 7 championships. I've been there, done that. Played on the biggest leagues in South America. Been there, done that. What is the most important? Now, okay, what I didn't understand the first time was I'm supposed to use this basketball money to build a life after basketball. No one talk about how you can build a life from outside of basketball and become rich and be a millionaire. They only show you NBA players who got money, and a lot of times, a lot of them end up going broke in the first 3 years. That's the biggest stat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta grind your way up. Fifth division. I didn't even know they had a 5th division in Germany. But it ain't about where you start. It's about how you finish and how you manage your journey. That's all that matters. It ain't really no big deal where you start. That's like guys starting out in NAIA and D3. I know D3 guys right now who made it to top league Japan, getting paid $25,000 a month. It happens. It don't really matter where you start. It's what you do with the money when you get it. Can you save 10% of your money every month? No matter how much it is, if they're paying you $500, can you take $50 and put it to the side and save it? That's the first thing you have to do. You have to learn that discipline of, I'm not going to spend this money. I have to, because yes, I love playing basketball, but it ain't going to be forever. You got to start preparing now. Can I save 10% of my money out of every check? It doesn't matter how much it is. Can I be disciplined enough to stick to my own word and say 10%? If it's $500, $50. If it's $1,000, $100. If it's $10,000, $1,000. The percentage number don't change. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. One more time for the people in the back. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Yeah, it's cutthroat, bro. It's an emotional journey. It's hella emotional, bro. You always fighting to see whether or not you make it to the next day. Or fighting to see, I lost one game, and then I don't know if they want to keep me, and then what happens when I'm done? Then I got to go do this, and now I got to go get a regular job. And then my friends might look at me and they thought you were playing basketball, but that's not, I thought that is so much. We all, everybody done been through it. I done been through it. Everybody done been through it. Am I good enough to keep playing? Can I move up? Am I going to get enough money to survive? What do I do after this? What are people going to think of me if this? What if I don't get a job? What if I score 4 points? I scored 4 points 2 times in this season in a game. That's the first time in my career. You think I didn't have thoughts of, oh my God, am I good enough anymore? Do they come? Yes, to everybody. Do you think about, will it change me if I'm not playing well? Yes, happens to everybody, but it's just how you respond to it. For me, I've just been constantly building myself up with the words that I say to myself every single day and the thoughts that I keep to myself. It doesn't matter what someone else do because they don't dictate my life. I realize no one is in control of my life but me. No one is in control of my happiness. No one is in control of my emotions but me. So if someone decides to cut me, I decide how I react to that. I decide how I take that. I decide how I go forward from that. Does it hurt in the moment? Does it suck in the morning? In the moment, yes. But how you respond to it is what all that matters. It's for real, because I've been cut plenty of times. I've been cut plenty of times. From so many different types of situations, playing good, not playing good, playing amazing, winning, being in the first place. It don't really matter. So first thing we got to do in order to build wealth, the first step is we have to be a man, or we have to be in control and pay homage to our own words. We have to respect our own word and follow through with our own words before we can do anything. Can we be disciplined enough to stick to our own word? That's all I got for today, man. Tap in with me tomorrow. Like I said, going live every single day for the rest of the year until December 31st for sure. Going live every single day on wealth, our journey in building wealth, and just the life. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm out.